Bill, in the person of technological, know-how has been interesting us with the state-of-the-art discoveries and vintage their mysteries for many years. Bill N9 has picked our hobby in the very last frontier in its enigmas as he introduces us to the vastness of the area that surrounds us and stretches infinitely above us. Now, Bill N breaks silence at the maximum recent photographs from the James Webb telescope, which gives us a glimpse into the universe more than 13 billion years ago, essentially changing our knowledge of the cosmos and attitude on life itself. This telescope is making discoveries approximately planets, remote galaxies, and much greater. It is a modern clinical leap forward and a worthy successor of the Hubble Space Telescope. So, what is so unique about the WST photos that confounded our expectations and theories, and what does Bill N have to mention approximately them? The advent of this web page turned into the result of years of work by way of NASA scientists and engineers and was released on Christmas Day 2021. The numerous steps of the telescope's deployment proceeded easily over the following couple of months. By the end of June 2022, scientists commenced to discover heaps of recent galaxies, older and greater remote than formerly regarded. Some of those galaxies might have been fashioned 150 million years earlier than the Hubble's oldest discovery. In addition, the telescope is able to see sufficient mild from celestial gadgets, which include exoplanets and stars, to show their composition and trajectories via area. Bill N says that these statistics are already beginning to reveal in first-rate detail the atmospheric composition of planets mild years far from Earth, allowing pointers to be made about their ability to harbor lifestyles as we understand it. One of the Hubble Space Telescope's most recognizable sights has lengthy been the Pillars of Creation inside the Eagle Nebula. This structure changed in a scene to the telescope that basically detects seen light, but the procedure of creation inside it was not. However, they have been captured by means of the Webb telescope's infrared photograph within the shape of many protostars. These seem as clusters of dust and gasoline, each several times larger than our solar machine, performing as tiny red dots in opposition to the historical past of the pillars. These are stars in the process of formation. The stars seen within the picture are not yet consuming hydrogen, in line with Bill N. However, as extra material is drawn to the center of the celebrity, it becomes denser and denser until it abruptly reaches this sort of density that hydrogen burning starts, inflicting a dramatic upward push in temperature to about 2 million degrees Celsius. Two unique colorings in the image represent infrared wavelengths, which are on the whole invisible to us. The best visible part of the image appears blue. The colors additionally increase the pink radiation inside the photograph, for the reason that protostars generate radiation at a wavelength 6 times longer than that of the human eye. According to Bill N., this picture not best demonstrates the infrared competencies of the Webb telescope, but also the formation of stars like our solar. The first exoplanets had been discovered within the 1990s, and today there are more than 300 confirmed planets orbiting remote stars. However, simplest 1,000 of them had been without delay imaged. Most exoplanets are so far away that they are able to most effective be detected when the mild from their complete megastar is met. The first direct image of an exoplanet became taken in September final year. This planet was diagnosed in 2017 and given the name HIP 65426b. Scientists use chronographs on telescopes to exclude light from the principal famous person, alongside 2 of the Webb telescope's cameras, a series of filters, and different equipment to look at it. The planet has numerous features that make it less complicated to look, in addition to having first-rate infrared sensitivity. This planet is extremely some distance from its whole star, at a distance 100 instances greater than the distance between Earth and the Sun. It is a big fuel giant, almost 12 times the scale of Jupiter. Although the ghost galaxy is hard to look at in the sky, its brightness may be captured, especially when photographed with an infrared camera. The spiral of the galaxy and its array of stars extending from a radiating middle are visible in the optical view of the item, also called M74. However, a current photograph from the Webb telescope suggests structures that appear to be fibers of heat-emitting dirt and fuel emanating from a vivid middle depicted in electric blue. This new picture will light up the famous star-forming areas scattered alongside the galaxy's spiral arms. Within the infinite photos from the Hubble and Webb area telescopes, images were combined to create a beautiful composite photo that highlights portions of the optical and infrared views of the galaxy. The composite picture was produced by researchers of the European Space Agency, ESA, as a part of the FANGS venture, an international task that uses Hubble, Webb, and some floor-based telescopes to examine 19 nearby galaxies in the infrared. With Webb's sharp observations at longer wavelengths, astronomers might be capable of perceiving megastar formation regions in galaxies and accurately measuring the masses and ages of star clusters, as well as the characteristics of tiny dust particles wandering via interstellar space. In an image of a distant big name referred to as Wolf-Rayet 140, taken in July of the ultimate year, a recognizable diffraction pattern, a visible photo artifact, was located. However, this megastar is also surrounded by an equally unrealistic pattern of wavy, focused earrings with a slightly rectangular form. These jewelry, in evaluation to the diffraction pattern, are traits of massive stars called Wolf-Rayet stars, which might be in the past 2 degrees of their lives and have already emitted a full-size amount of hydrogen. The interaction between WR-140 and a small, accomplished superstar is what gives rise to the extraordinary shapes of the rings. The Webb telescope is designed to see the farthest galaxies within the universe. And in mid-December of last year, researchers introduced that they had detected 4 of the oldest known galaxies, visible for the primary time by Webb. These galaxies date back 13.4 billion years, when the universe was only 350 million years old, or about 2% of its present age. These 4 GGS have been thought to be extremely vintage, similar to the masses of different galaxies determined by way of Webb. The researchers determined the age of the galaxies as part of the James Webb's Advanced Deep Extragalactic Survey, using facts from the near-infrared spectrograph to swiftly measure the galaxy's remoteness. This elongation of mild waves, caused by the enlargement of the universe, is measured with the aid of the redshift of galaxies. The largest redshift ever measured was 13.2. These galaxies are more than we could have expected to find out before James Webb. For the primary time, we can discover proto-galaxies with this telescope, after which spectrographically verify that they may be just that far away. Meanwhile, the Webb telescope has studied a planet orbiting a celeb within the constellation Virgo, accomplishing one of the most significant investigations of extrasolar planets. The planet's name is WASP 39b, and it is located 700 million years from home, about 8 times closer to its host star than Mercury is to the Sun. This Saturn-sized fuel giant boils as it orbits its big name. The planet's atmosphere is dominated by thick clouds containing sulfur and silicates, including sulfur dioxide. Scientists have been capable of identifying carbon dioxide in its environment using 2 of Webb's spectrographs. Now, allow me to recognize what you think in the comment section. If you liked the video, consider liking and subscribing, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.